Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing great. In this video, I am going to discuss about the DNA replication in eukaryotes. As you all know that DNA replication is the duplication of DNA which is required for making the copy of DNA because the cell is dividing, so the DNA must be distributed to the daughter cells. So DNA replication takes place in the S phase of the cell cycle. In eukaryotes, there are multiple origin of replication site in the DNA, which are called as autonomously replicating sequences. At all the autonomously replicating sequences, the DNA replication starts. Okay, so first of all, the origin or origin recognition sequence is recognized by the origin recognition complex. So ORC binds at the origin site. After that, it recruits CDC6 and CDT1, which are helicase loading complexes. They load the helicase, or you can say they provide the platform for the loading of helicase there. Helicase is required for unwinding of DNA, and in this way the single stranded DNA will be formed where the RPA, which is replication protein A, will bind. It gives the stability to the single strand. It acts as a single stranded binding protein. After that, due to unwinding, the strain develops in the DNA, which is resolved by the topoisomerase 1 and 2 by the use of ATP. After that, in the S phase, due to presence of some cyclin dependent kinases, they activate the DNA replication. They initiate the DNA replication. So pre-initiation complex is already formed in the late G1 phase, but in the S phase the initiation occurs. After that, what happens that in the DNA replication, first of all primer is formed. Why there is a need of primer here? There is a reason behind this, that DNA polymerase cannot initiate the nucleotide chain synthesis from the beginning because it does not have that ability. It can extend the 3' OH end of the primer, and that's why it requires primer. So primer is formed by the primase, and this primer is a RNA primer. After that, DNA pol alpha forms the 8 to 10 nucleotide at the RNA primer. Okay, DNA pol alpha has not any processivity factor, so it gets easily detached from the template strand, adding few nucleotide to the RNA primer. After that, DNA pol epsilon takes over the responsibility for the elongation of DNA chain. For the DNA pol epsilon to be loaded there, it requires two things, pCNA and RFC. RFC stands for replication factor C. It is a clamp loader which loads the pCNA, proliferating cell nuclear antigen. pCNA is the processivity factor for the DNA pol epsilon and DNA pol delta. After that, DNA pol epsilon is loaded and it elongates the DNA strand. DNA pol epsilon elongates the leading strand. it synthesizes the leading strand, whereas DNA pole delta forms the lagging strand. Okay. And one more most important thing is that DNA polymerization always occurs in 5' to 3' direction. Okay. Now, after the elongation, the DNA has been formed. The primer should be removed. Okay. So, for the removal of RNA primer, RNase H1 and FAN1 take participation. Okay. After that, there is a gap due to removal of primer. So, DNA pole alpha fills the gap. Here Okazaki fragments are sealed by the DNA ligase. That's all about DNA replication. I hope you got it. Thank you for watching this video. Have a great day. Be happy and keep on studying. Thank you.